Ranjan and Thalapathy Vijay. Doesn't AKD answer phone calls? Less than 1,000 into electioneering. CBK sends letter over reduction of security. Father gives it up, looks for a way in for the son. Rajapaksas to return under new symbol. Dire Siris message. They came, they went. No water cannons, no tear gas.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Ranjan and Thalapathy Vijay. Actors taking to politics is not uncommon, but success stories are rare to find. Vijaya made achievements, but his life ended prematurely due to politics. After him, many actors made appearances in politics. Some gained, some lost. Ranjan could belong to either category, many say. An article in Maurata took him and Kollywood's Thalapathy Vijay for examples, as both launched their own parties recently. Ranjan had a big following due to his acting prowess and also his humanistic approach. Especially, he raised a voice on behalf of our women who face injustices while doing jobs in the Middle East. Furthermore, he rose up against the Rajapaksas, who even sent him to prison. Ranjan gained much popularity with his claim that all politicians are the same. They all are friends and thieves too, he told the people. Now that very saying boomerangs on him. The thief-catcher himself has fallen victim to a thief. He failed to pay crowds who attended his inaugural rally at the Sugathadasa, it was said. Crowds, university students among them, were brought on the promise of cash and food. But they received neither after the rally ended. Others just left. But the university students stayed and spoke to the media, attacking Ranjan strongly. Who's the thief now? With that incident, Ranjan's public approval waned. Why did it happen to him? Dilith spoke about him at a recent media briefing, where he said Ranjan has fallen for a big thief. That may be a reference to Ali Raja. He is the one who pumps money for Ranjan's UDV. After attacking the Rajapaksas over their helicopter rides, Ranjan himself travels the country in helicopters. By now his public acceptance has vanished. He was lured with a Bollywood film role. But Ranjan nor Ali Raja is the loser here. Janaki gave Ranjan the contract for many millions, in addition to a promise of a role in a Bollywood film. Ali Raja's intention is to weaken parties in both the north and the south. Political sources say he is getting support from some in the government too. Anyway, it is true that most parties are getting bought. There is talk that some are planning to sell their parties and flee the country after the election. Doesn't AKD answer phone calls? AKD is a very busy man these days. In addition to his duties as the president, he has to attend election rallies across the country. He gets endless calls from friends. AKD just cannot find time to answer all those. He calls back whenever time permits. Remember, he is the president now. Less than 1,000 into electioneering. Only 5 days remain for the election campaign to end. Less than 1,000 out of the 8,888 candidates are actively involved in electioneering, says Pafril. Its executive director, Rohana Hettiarachchi, told Neth News that most of the candidates are without any political base or experience. Opposition laments lack of funding. It is reported that many parties are cash-strapped and are unable to fund their campaigns. With their loss at the presidential race, opposition parties are not getting that much of funds from deal-makers. Even those who amassed commission money during the previous regime are careful about their spendings. The reason is the restrictions imposed by the law on campaign expenditures. Anyway, a social media campaign calls against sending the experienced thieves even to be the opposition. CBK sends letter over reduction of security. CBK queries Public Security Secretary Ravi if he wants her dead. In a letter, she raises alarm over a significant reduction in her security detail, warning of the potential for a targeted assassination, similar to the politically motivated killing of her husband. She says the number of security officers assigned to her had been slashed from 50 to 30. CBK points out that she remains one of the most at-risk former presidents, having survived an assassination attempt in the past. In her letter, she highlights police intelligence that reveals the LTTE had publicly declared its intention to target her in both 2006 and 2014 after her retirement. She questions the rationale behind such a drastic reduction, particularly as other former presidents are granted substantial security arrangements. Vijitha responds. Cabinet spokesman Vijitha denies the claims in CBK's letter and says she has adequately been given protection. Pro-JVP LankaTruth.com too comments about the matter. It says a commission appointed to inquire into Vijaya's murder is yet to make its report public. Father gives it up, looks for a way in for the son. The gossip column in Deshaya has the following. The one who fought for the ownership of Hand Party has taken a decision. That is to give it up. He is convinced that it is pointless to fight over it. So the court cases filed by him are to be withdrawn. After doing so, he plans to go to his hometown and find a place for his son in politics. That one has already spoken to some about retirement because he is now without any followers. It is his misfortune that he had to go down on his knees before party leaders to secure nominations for his son. Rajapaksas to return under new symbol. The Rajapaksa are prepared to make any sacrifice for a comeback. Shashindra says even the party symbol is open for a change. He said so at a rally in Monaragala. Shashindra and Nipuna are the only Rajapaksas who contest this time. Namal is in the national list. Shashindra further told the rally that they don't flee in the face of challenges and vowed to fight for his people. He went on to claim the SLPP to be the only party to have a young leadership, fleeing in the face of challenges. At whom did he direct it? Siris message. Siri contests for Kurunagala from the SJB. His close ones recently received a WhatsApp message from him. In that message, he gave a bank account number and asked them to deposit rupees. 100,000. Believing that it is for his election campaign, some did as requested. The truth came out only after they spoke to him later. His WhatsApp account has been hacked. It is yet to be restored. So, his bank account is still open for contributions by well-wishers. Exercise caution. All should be careful of messages they receive via WhatsApp and other social media tools. The Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Readiness Team alerts the public about a surge in fake messages via social media and communication platforms, particularly WhatsApp. These deceptive messages are designed to fraudulently obtain personal and financial information by impersonating credible institutions, including banks, commercial organizations, and international bodies. Recent observations by SLCERT indicate cybercriminals are using social media platforms, fake websites, SMS, and even postal services to reach potential victims. In many cases, these messages falsely promise donations, monetary rewards, high-value products, or services and request sensitive information, including one-time passwords. By interacting with these fraudulent messages or clicking on embedded links, individuals risk exposing their personal data to criminal misuse, including financial fraud and identity theft. SLCRT alerts users about the risks of sharing OTPs requested through WhatsApp, as this may unintentionally grant malicious intruders access to their accounts. Users are urged to exercise caution and verify any requests for OTPs or sensitive information, even if they seem to come from trusted sources. They came, they went. No water cannons, no tear gas. As soon as the MPP's AKD became the president, all protests, agitations and picketing got vanished, but the Students' Union of Jayiwadenapura University held a march and a protest in Colombo on the 5th. Arriving at the UGC, they demanded an end to attempts by university administration to repress student unions. They also called for the removal of class suspension of management students. Later, 6 of them were given an audience with the UGC authorities. In short, they came, they protested, they had talks, and they dispersed. No water cannons or tear gas. Critics say trade unions as well as students' unions will not be needed in the future. Final week. We are into the final week of campaigning. Since the opposition is in shambles, many predict a NPP government to come with a big win. That's it for today.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම